Okay, so yeah, welcome everyone to this exciting panel. I just came for a really interesting educational panel, but now we will get into the great topic, fashion, with two guys that they know a lot of about fashion, and I would just want to make a warm welcome to Customers Culture. So yeah,
Thank you.
What's poppin'?
yeah. Thanks a lot, you both, for being here and be part of the second edition of the Berlin Dance Music event. Thanks for coming by, and let's kick off with a brief introduction of yourself, like who you are, what is your role in the industry, and yeah, tell us more about you.
Max, elevator pitch time.
Elevator pitch. All right. As Dennis said, I'm Max, and we are from Customized Culture. It's a fashion and techno label we founded in the early 2020, and yeah, we make music since we are 14. So we started as an artist, producing, and we were always into fashion. But our label was intended to be a music label, but then the lockdown hit, and we had way more time to work on fashion, and it was so important for us to not create merch. So yeah, we dig deeper in the fashion scene, and yeah, so now we are more a fashion label than a techno label, but yeah, we release a lot of music. Big things are coming up next year, and yeah.
Yeah, so basically we are a fashion label with some music on it. So, there are a lot of brands are maybe from the skate scene or from the surf scene or something like that, and we are like from the techno scene, but we try not to do like this typical kinky stuff or something like that. We try to mix a lot of streetwear on it, so oversized cuts and huge back prints and stuff like that. So that's important for us to have like a cool cool designs that you can wear in a club that is coming from the techno scene, that is like connected with them. So that's basically the customized culture. So the definition is everyone's decide on your own how you be in this culture. You can like our music, you can like, I don't know, our designs, or you can go to our events, and that's like the big culture. That's why customized culture. So you decide what you like the most. If you like everything, it's perfect. So we did our job right. But yeah, that was the idea behind customized culture.
Yeah, actually, this answer brings us to the next question, because I remember when I talked with Dennis about, we had this chat before the interview to know more about you guys and what you're doing. I talk about merchandising, and he stopped me and said, like, wait, let's stop, and it's fashion, it's not merchandising. So what is the difference between fashion and merchandising? Because this is really important for you guys, that the people really understand that is not.
So the first thing is merchandising is always connected to a person or an artist. So for example, if, I don't know, an artist doing shirts, it's merchandise. But if like in company like we are doing designs, it's not merch, it's like fashion, and the quality is a big point too. So merch is always for like the quick sales, and to sell it to your fans, and fashion is more like to reach more people, and that's exactly it. So the quality is a big point too.
The quality and also the designs. Merch is often really basic, and people just put their brand name or artist name on top, and that's it. And yeah, the whole creative process behind it, that's what makes fashion in our mind.
It was really clear for you that we will make fashion, no merchandising. Oh, you start with this, and then your point of view changed. Or how was this from the beginning? That was the idea was clear in your mind, like let's go for fashion and not.
Yeah, because we are a new brand, or we were a new brand. So we didn't have the audience to sell merch because nobody knew customized culture. Why should they buy merch?
Or on data, like our DJ profile,
Yeah,
nobody knows us, so yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, so we knew from the beginning on that we wanted to create fashion, and we had to because nobody would buy merch.
Yeah.
And yeah, the process was way more than merch, like so many hours we are sitting on the stitching machine, is it right? Stitching machine, or how you call it in English?
Let's stick with
Yeah,
stitching
Let's stay with that. Let's stay with that.
And like create our own cuts and like own sizes and try like different designs and this whole process to be like in a studio in a environment to create designs. We are like drawing things, and then this whole process is like way more fashion than merchandising.
Yeah, we wanted to have our own fabrics, our own cuts, and didn't want to just go with basic blanks.
And it doesn't mean that merchandise is always bad, but it's like more the easy way to, as an artist, to get like, I don't know,
Quick sales.
Yeah, no, a company, like you go to someone and they said, okay, we will make you like 500 t-shirts, like give me a logo, put it on it, and let's go. That's like the easy way, you know, but the fashion way is more, you know, a thing that's, yeah, not that basic.
Yeah, completely. And you both, you just say like you have your music project called Data, and I want to ask you how the fashion can be a value to reinforce and to make it stronger your music profile, and how the fashion can really like bring so many values and positive things for the artist. How is your experience being a fashion company, but at the same time being artist? How do you handle these two things?
So we don't put ourselves in front of the label. We are a little bit in the background as Andata, but of course the connection comes through fashion at the moment, because big DJs like Rufus Du Sol, Anfisa de Tiago, Solado, and so on wear our stuff, and so we get in contact with them, talk to them, text with them on Insta, and so on. And that's when you connect with these guys and are able to yeah, also talk about music and get into this topic. So yeah, it can be through the fashion thing that there is a connection from it, or it also can yeah, come through the music. But the good thing is that it's so close together that yeah, our label, our artist profile, yeah, both grow through it.
Yeah, that's like art, you know. Everybody loves to wear something cool, so you can talk about clothing, and you look amazing, everybody. So, and you can talk about music, and that's the connection. So, yeah, that's basically it. It's not that hard. Yeah, but it sounds a bit complicated, you know, to have a DJ profile, to have a label, but yeah, it's possible to say, right?
Yeah, and we are not in one genre with our music label, so we decided to create a creative space for artists that they can release stuff they won't release on other big labels, but they can be creative and do other genres, and that's important for us, that we are not tied to one genre, and yeah, we want to, we can integrate the whole electronic range into our music label.
Yeah, actually it was really great. We talk about it, and like how you create this community and connectivity, with the artists, especially like we talk about Dennis Cruz, and how you get really like he wore the t-shirt in so many gigs. And
Shout
like,
out to Dennis Cruz,
yeah.
if you see this.
Dennis.
Thanks for wearing.
And how you can build that up a strong connection, not only cause fashion, but then get into the music, and in the end how you make your profile stronger creating this really like, if you want to call friendship or like business relation, which
Yeah,
is
right.
really like, it's really great, no?
Yeah, that's like a friendship, we can say, you know. It's yeah, it's we sent some stuff, and that's like the first connection. And the interesting thing was, when we started, we were like, okay, we have some contacts. Let's send them some shirts, some hoodies, and get feedback from them. So we doesn't want to like post everything or something. We just wanted feedback. So we had like a time that we are texting a lot with big artists, and they said like, okay, I like the shirt when it's like oversized. I like this hoodie is more cozy than this one. So we had this interaction, and then we become friends. You know, if you're like talking to someone, and the DJs are in the process of our culture. Yeah, it's a bigger connection than just like send a shirt and just wear it, thank you. So there was like a time we are connecting and get a lot of feedback from them.
Yeah, and the best feedback is if these DJs wear it at a gig when you don't ask them to do it.
Right.
Yeah, because in the end, this external feedback help you to grow up and to, if you have mistakes or maybe you can get better. So I always into this kind of external feedbacks, especially from this kind of people, you know, because they are like somehow, let's say, influencers on social media, so they can help you to get it into the market. And what it was really fascinate me, and it's really great, is when I figure out and I found out that you start the brand in the pandemic, of course,
Yeah.
not on purpose, but that happened. And I just want to ask you, how was the process to start a newborn brand in the pandemic, and what was the challenge that you face?
So the business idea was at first, before Corona came, that DJs, or like you go into a club, you're a DJ, you can wear a cool shirt that is like good quality, and you can take it with you and like travel a lot, but it's still, you know, good. That was
Exactly.
and create like an organic. Or in an organic way, so our stuffs are always organic and from 100% cotton. But if you feel it, it's a bit stretchy, so it's like perfect for clubs. That was the idea, like to create like a club thing. But when clubs are not open, it's hard to get the real feedback.
The real feedback. Yeah.
That was the thing, and like nobody was wearing it because like at home, sure, but we wanted like this. To create this, what we have right now, this big photos and videos where the artist wearing it like from behind, you know, and the people going crazy. That was the idea, but we had like 2 years, and that was good for us to make this the branding right. That's the most important thing, to tell the story. So we had a lot of people like see us on Instagram, and we was so into it, and the people were like, okay, cool that some guy is doing something, you know, you have something to see.
We did little capsule drops to test stuff, and yeah, we spent the whole last year with branding.
And there was a funny story when the second lockdown hit, right? we had a lot of friends that were like, oh shit, my life is going down, no DJing, and I was sitting home, and it was so hard for us to hear that we thought like, okay, we need to do something, we need to make a bit like hope thing, and we did a beanie drop with Save the Culture.
Okay, nice.
And
how was it?
we said, okay, we will sell the beanies, and all the amount we getting, we spend to DJs. So for sure we're not making like millions or something like that, but it's about the about the thing.
About the thing, about the idea, the project,
Yeah, about the project, to get some hope. And then a little mistake was there. A lot of, because it said Save the Culture, a lot of demonstrations are going, like anti-corona demonstrations, and they start wearing it because they were saying save the culture. And we're looking at the sales, and it was like, oh cool, we're selling so much, let's like, you know, it's cool for artists. And then we saw the first pictures, oh,
it was
shit.
like, okay,
we fucked up a bit, so but it went well.
And we also, it was really in the beginning, and we wanted to create funny pictures on Instagram to reach more people, and we photoshopped these beanies on heads of artists like Tale of Us and so on, and this looked so dumb for real. It was so basic. We just put the beanies on their heads on some photos on their Instagram and posted it in our stories. And 1 year later, when some of these artists started wearing our stuff and tagged us on Instagram, we went into the chat,
okay,
and saw these dumb pictures.
And they see it too. So they was like, ah, cool shirt, and then scroll up and, oh fuck, what is that? What the fuck they did a year ago?
Nice. Okay, back to the difference between fashion and merchandising. I want to know, what do you think, what is the positive and negative things for the artist merchandising? Like, what did you found during your journey and your experience till now?
Yeah, merchandise is a cool thing for artists, but you need to remember, if you want to sell your merchandise, you need to have a base. So that's the most important thing. You need to have fans, and then it's a process to make like cool merchandise. That's maybe the next step. The people needs to
people buy merchandise because they love the artist, or they love the music of the artist. They don't buy the merchandise because they just love the fashion. That's the difference, I would say. And it's good for artists to do merchandise. But another important or good point would be to collaborate with brands. So that you are, as an artist, you don't have to do the whole creative process, the production process, the shipping, and so on. That's good for both brands, for fashion brands and for artists, and yeah.
Yeah, because in the end, when you have your fan base, it's more easy. How you say, no, you have like a huge artist, like let's say Honey Dijon, no? Yeah. For her, it was more easier to sell all the if you want to call fashion, or for her it would be fashion, no merchandising. But when you have this fan base, it's easy always to handle this kind of stuff. But how you say, no, like you start from scratch, from zero, and for you the fashion was always first, and then your music project, which is always go by the hand somehow. But it was really impressive, no? Like you will say like you have more like a fan base for customers culture than for and data.
No, I think we grow the fan base through customized culture, right?
Customers culture.
Yeah.
To and data. Or
it was like a bit separated, right?
Yeah.
I think. We did so much content on customized culture, posting a lot of designs and funny things and stuff, and we did not that much on data, because we don't spend time on music, so we separated it. So we never post on data, we never post like designs or something like that. It's like separated, it's only for music. So the fan base growth through customized culture, that's the only thing.
Nice. And when you sat down and you developed the marketing plan, the business plan, of course, there is always something important, especially for fashion, for clothes, the price. Yeah. How the price strategy, and how you became with the price strategy, like, because that will also, like, if you put a high price for a brand which is new, the people will react like, okay, it is too expensive for someone who I don't know which brand. No, so how was for you to get those prices?
It was a process, to be honest. We had to figure it out what would be the best price for us to sell T-shirts, hoodies, and in general our stuff. So we changed the prices in the last years a couple times, and we always focused on creating good quality. That was the most important thing. Even if we didn't make profit with it, it was important that everyone who got a customized culture shirt or hoodie says, okay, this is great quality, I would buy again. And as we said, the last year was for branding. And yeah, at one point we decided to be in the luxury streetwear area because
it's simple math, you know. There's like a formula. You can set your price. That's like the most basic stuff. You get your production cost. For example, I don't know, 20 euros for a shirt. It's really expensive, but let's say 20 euros. Then you double the price, 40 euros, and that's the price you go to shops and give it to shops. So, and then you need to double this price too, to 80 euros and put taxes on it. And that's the final price you sell it for. It's like the most basic thing. But you need to remember when you are growing and starting a fashion business or a merchandise business, you have like costs for delivery, for packaging, and then for maybe ads, and that all costs. You need like maybe someone who will do it for you, or I don't know, but you need, it's like a process. You never know how much ad spend you need to spend to sell a shirt. It's maybe like 20 euros and you sell a shirt, so and you're like, wow, I sell, it's like, okay, it start growing, but then you count and you make like no profit because you had so much ad spend on Facebook or Instagram, or your production costs are too high or something like that. So that's like the thing, the next step, when your designs are right, your the quality is good, and that's like the next step to calculate and yeah, to set the price strategy right.
And when you start in the fashion business, you start with a really small amount of pieces. So you have really high prices for your pieces. And you can't say, because I just buy 10 shirts and I have to pay 50 euros for one shirt, that I get it in this quality, and do the process Dennis described, double it, then double it again for the resale. Then you start with 200 or 250 euro shirts. You can't sell anything when you're brand new. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you have to build the brand, and when people wear it and you're accepted in the scene or the niche where you are, then you can decide where you, how you calibrate your pricing.
Yeah. And yeah, that's right. That's
Facts.
facts.
No, I was thinking like, because I have some friends also like where they are doing this from Spain, and they have this huge mistake in the beginning that the price was really too expensive.
Yeah.
Before the people, because in the end when you start this kind of project, how you say, Max was really interested, like you need to be upset by the audience, like they like your clothes, they like your fashion, and from that you can work more, you know? So in the beginning you make like limit piece because you don't know if you will sell or if you will not sell. And they had this kind of like, they reduced the price because they were really too much in the beginning, and they say, okay, the people doesn't like or doesn't upset this price, so I need to decrease a little bit. So did you have any trouble with this? Like, you have the expectation maybe too high in the price term?
We went too low in the beginning. Like imagine you go to an online shop, and you don't know it's the best quality ever or something like that, and you see a shirt for 10 euros. It can be the best quality, but you will think automatically, okay, it's bad quality because you sell it for $10 or for $20 or for $30. So that's the problem. And when it's like basic
Psychology.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
go to an online shop and it looks everything good and clean, and you see a shirt, okay, it's 120 euros, okay, that needs to be a good one. And then you see like, okay, this guy wears it, this guy wears it, and then you have the connection, and then you have like this thing, okay, I will buy it, I will try it at least.
Yeah, and we are in a niche. We don't do streetwear we do streetwear for everyone, but we are in the electronic music scene, and there are our roots, and we do this for these people. But then it's not the right, for us it wasn't right to go with similar streetwear brands that sell streetwear shirts for 50 euros. Also with good quality, also with nice designs, but the value for the people must be higher. For example, if you send a shirt to a DJ, to a superstar DJ, and he gets a 50 euro or 40 euro shirt, it has no value. But
Yeah, exactly.
if it's a 120 euro shirt, maybe he or she will think about, okay, tonight I don't DJ in my Dior shirt, I wear customized culture, because it has more value to them. This is also a point you have to think about.
Yeah, one other thing which I really like from your project is something which I try to apply to myself, to my life, which is like quality and not quantity. And this is what you're looking for, like quality. And actually, if you get into the website, you can see like so many sold out. Like, by the way, congrats. That means that you are doing a good job. And if you go through Instagram, you're doing really great also, like in social networks, you know, and right now you should be there. So I want to ask you, how was the social media process for the brand, and how you handle if you have a team which is working, or you made by yourself? So about your journey in the social media network for the brand.
Yeah, before we go into this, I want to add one more point to the
Yeah, sure.
pricing. You also have to include the whole creative process and the amount of work you put into this product. So it's
so
not
much people
just-
say like, sorry, so much people say like, or start like, hey, how you can buy a 100 euro shirt, that's insane. But you need to, like, this whole process is so, yeah, you need to create it there. For example, I don't know, Balenciaga, they maybe have 50 people working on a shirt or something that they needs to be paid. So yeah, sure, that's a lot of money, and it's more like a status than an art thing, but the people needs to be paid, right? So if there are so much people involved, and there's like a lot of people involved in fashion, it's not only the creators, that's like the distributors, the online marketing guys, and the whole process, the delivery, it's all like in this, everything needs to be paid, you know, that's the point.
Yeah, and you have huge costs of building this brand that can't be added to the t-shirt. Maybe you buy a t-shirt for 20, 30, 10 euro, whatsoever, but you spend 1 year spending ad money to get interaction on your social medias, and that's the link to social media. You have to invest first to get the audience and to get to be known.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing, sorry. When you are starting a brand, or when you want to do merch, you need to invest money. That's the thing. When you can't invest, it will be very long way.
A long way, yeah, to get the goal.
But it's not bad. We spend only our money, so we don't have like a big investor or something like that. And you can always start from scratch. You buy like a shirt you like, for example, I don't know, somewhere for 30 bucks. Then you go to a local print shop and print your stuff. So you spend like, I don't know, 40 euros on a shirt, but it's your shirt. And then you start to get feedback. And then you get like the second shirt and you give it to a friend or to a DJ. And that's like a good way to build a brand or build merchandise and get feedback. That's the most important thing. So much brands we talked to made one mistake. They were like, okay, let's invest like, I don't know, 10,000 euros in this. Let's buy like 1,000 shirts. Then they sell like 20 shirts. And then you have you sit there with 1,000 shirts. And
1,000.
Yeah, that's the point. So go for the long way, go for the feedback, and then you will go like automatically to a level you can afford like 100 shirts and 200, 300, and then that's like growing.
Yeah, and try to set up on-demand processes in the beginning.
For example,
that you don't have to invest so much money if it's your own money.
Exactly. No, in the end, it's know what you do is what you do with what you have, and in the end, it's really step by step, day by day, and how you say no.
Yeah, but even if you have much, you shouldn't invest
Instead of invest
everything in one shirt, for example,
Max?
as Dennis said.
Can you explain what an on-demand process is?
Yes, Dennis. Yeah, on-demand process is when you have, for example, a little bit of stock of blank black shirts, have different designs, but you don't print the design on the t-shirt in the beginning. You just have these blank shirts, and if someone, if a customer buys one design, one shirt, then you start printing it. So you don't create waste, you don't have to invest in all the printing before. It's, of course, it's more expensive in the beginning, but you can be agile and you can adapt to things that are going on. If, yeah, for example, the pandemic, when you want to do a charity shirt, for example, for the club scene whatsoever, you can drop a new design and start 1 week later, do a shooting, put it in your online shop, and yeah, print it on your blanks you already have. And you don't have to invest in 500 new shirts.
500 new shirts.
Yeah, that's how we basically started, and that's how we made, like, we did a collaboration with Strategy from the Teenage Mutants, and that's the way we did it, because we don't know how big the community is from the Teenage Mutants and how big our community was right in the pandemic. So that's like a way, sure, you spend a lot of money for the production, but you do something, you know, you can create content, and that's all about it. So when you have the shirt, make sure to create the epic content, the most epic content you can get, like get your most beautiful friends or something like that. I don't know, make a shooting, and yeah, just go for it.
And then in the end, this content, talking about like social media network, no? Like, how was for you? Because if you get into the Instagram profile, like, by the way, check it out. Check it out.
If you want.
If you want. It's really impressive. Like, the repercussion and engagement where you're having, like, did you feel like that with the pandemic, like the people were more time at home and checking internet and social media, did you feel like you increased like a lot, like that was positive for you guys?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of a lot of people spend time on the internet in the pandemic. So yeah, that's a point. But the most important point is to have like a clean page. You know, at first we have like so much ideas and put it all in, and was like a mess when you go to our Instagram. The content was good, we made a lot of videos and stuff, but we had too much ideas. It was like a mess completely, like, and then we said, okay, let's delete the old content and make new one, like with or some designs and some ideas we have like, always we post like our shirts, we post the DJs, and we have like always a catalog where we talk about the scene for, I don't know, for example, about acid techno. So you have like a swipe, you can see what's all about it, like a infotainment thing, and yeah, you need like some a content plan, right? That's important to have a content plan.
Do you do by yourself, or you have like a team, or you learn by mistakes, or?
Yeah, of course we have a team, but when we started, we did everything by ourselves. The designs, the social media content, and so on. But yeah, I think this is the most important thing on social media, that you plan everything ahead. And sure, you should adapt. And if one big DJ, for example, wears your shirt, you can post it even if it's not scheduled. But you need to think in advance, because if you don't do it, then you swipe through your library and think, okay, what do I post today? I don't find anything, I post tomorrow. So you have to plan ahead.
So you have a strategy.
Yeah, we have a strategy, and you can even have the like dopest content ever if you don't spend on ads. That's hard. Nobody
cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. That's hard to say, but that's the experience we made. We spent so much time on one posting, and then we had like 20 likes, and we're like, what the fuck? Yeah. So why we spend so much time? So there are a couple strategies you can get like a lot of reach you can maybe, Max is the online marketing guy.
He's the guy.
He is the guy. So when someone have a strategy, then
You should talk with him. Yeah. So, tell us.
Yes.
Have you one?
Are you?
Tell us
What?
Tell us about bootstrapping. How you bootstrap on Instagram.
Okay. Let's start with.
Tell us your secret.
Okay, one secret about influencer marketing, maybe. This is very, very important, and there are so many different opinions on it. And many people say it's a pain in the ass, and yeah, it is a pain in the ass working with some influencers, but you need it to grow your audience, and especially in the beginning, you have to try to work with micro influencers. Also try to work with big influencers. Work with DJs, with ravers from the scene. Yeah, you have to create personas of your audience, and see who are these people? Are they already on Instagram? Do they have a base? And get in contact with them. And yeah, you have to get it rolling.
For example, one positive thing we did, or a good idea at first and then a bad idea, we had like in Hamburg, we are from Hamburg, like an underground rave crew. They do like, this underground raves, illegal raves and stuff like that. And they were cool guys, like a big team. They do it by themselves. And we said, okay, we give you like 30 t-shirts. If you want, wear it. And everybody was wearing it. So there was like this illegal raves, and everybody was asking what shirt it is. And then we saw, okay, we gain a lot of followers. Then on the other side, we spent like a huge amount for really big influencers, like really big. No names, really big. We spent the money and we never saw content. Yeah. Never. So that's the point. You need to figure out what works the most.
But this is a good example of the rave that you say, no? Like in the beginning, it was not party, so you couldn't taste the product in clubs because you don't have the platform. But then you tried this with the illegal rave, and then everyone was on the dance floor saying like, hey, what is all about now? What's this brand? No? So it was tricky, no, to don't have this live platform, dance floors, to try it out, the brand, the t-shirts, and to know live feedback from the people, no? But as soon you had the chance and you did it with your ravers.
Yeah, and that's what helps us at the moment. When big DJs wear it, all the techno plugs post it, and that's free
promotion.
Free promotion.
It's like when you have a track and every DJ plays it, so it became like,
you warm up the expectation of the people, no, somehow. And I can imagine, and I'm sure that so many people out there, like they want to start with his own fashion or her fashion brand into the music industry. And some tips for those entrepreneurs?
Always have a plan. So sit down and think about it, like what can be, like how to structure the whole year or something like that. And then you can maybe ask us. So feel free to contact us. It's a good thing. We always there for somebody who's doing designs, shirts or something like that. Or you can always contact us to Instagram. Even if you have your own fashion, please send it to us. We will wear it. So we really supportive, and we like when everybody's doing like this fashion art thing. So we're really into it. You can always contact us, but the plan is most important thing.
And it's no shame to ask people who done it, because if we knew a little bit more in the beginning, we could have been faster at this point.
And avoid some mistakes. But in the end, I think these kind of mistakes teach you, and you get stronger, I will say.
Of course, but some
were
necessary.
Some basic mistakes, if you're not at the beginning, you make basic mistakes. It's like when you start producing your...
try to find a mentor or someone who's willing to help you.
and
Yeah.
start to build like a community. So it's not a shame, or I think it's cool when you go to a friend and say, hey, wear our shirt. So they will say, hey, it's cool. So they wear it on the streets and stuff like this. So that's the most important thing. Like I said, do this printing thing. Have your own shirt, like buy a shirt, print something on it. Don't sell it because it's not legally, you know, when you have other brands, but that's the other point. But like print it on it and get you some feedback. That's the first point. Then start to make like good content for your Instagram or TikTok. Really important too. And then you can start to make a website. And yeah, that's like the first steps you can do,
And do collaborations.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. I think everybody noticed it. Everybody does collaboration with everyone. So I think Supreme was the first or the biggest name. They did a collab even with Oreo and with.
Yeah, I saw it. But you need to take care also of this collaboration, because there's so many people who are really into collaborate, but some
Yeah, sure, you have
you
to
need
select.
to be picky,
Yeah, sure. You need to select.
Always.
because otherwise.
But yeah, I think everyone can find brands that fit, that maybe are on a slightly higher level. Of course, you can't go to Supreme in the beginning and say, okay, let's collaborate, let's do 10 shirts, and yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
So yeah, start looking at your locals and see who of your friends does any business that might help each other.
This is what they say, no? Act local, think global.
Yeah,
And
right.
this is a good point, no?
And then when you've done it, in fashion it's a bit tricky. When you have like this base and everything is setting up, it's logical that you are going for an investor to reach the next step. And the thing is, you can't, or it's really hard to sell an idea to get an investor in fashion. So you need to have like the facts or the sales
in your community.
Right. So that's maybe when you're searching for a technical investor, you have an app or something like that, you can sell an idea. That's not working in fashion. So you need to get like on a level to get an investor, and then
and you need a vision and a brand, because nobody needs another streetwear shirt with just a fancy design on it. People buy experience, emotions, and that's what you have to focus on, not just pure design. Create a story around it.
Yeah, this is right, you know, there's so many brands that they don't have vision and mission, and this is something really important in the way to create something, because as you say, we have a bunch of brands out there, but when you can bring experience, or you can bring something, no? And this gives me the next question, like, how was for you all this kind of like building the brand, the website, having your own community, which is really important in the end, no, to be proactive with your community, no? How was this kind of marketing things and online things to make the brand stronger?
Luckily, we have a little bit knowledge in online marketing.
Great.
If you don't,
Call him.
call Max. He will do
Max.
it for free for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Max, you have a lot of work to do next week.
Yeah.
Ask friends who have a little bit experience in online marketing. Of course, you can come to me and ask a question, but what I want to say is, that's the most important thing in the beginning, that you focus on the online stuff, and then you can scale it. So
you know, that's a hard thing. It's like with music, you can be like a great, awesome artist, create like really, really good music, but if you're not like not good on social media, that's the time we're living in right now.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with fashion. You can be like the best designer, you have the best things, but if you don't know how to interact or build a website or build the process behind it, or how to invest the money right, it will be really hard.
Yeah, exactly. This is why, no, because now we are having this moment of like to build the brand and how important is like also the logo. Like
Yeah, right.
the logo in the end represent your brand, and you need to feel identified with your logo. And how was also, for example, like did you have clear the logo, or it was like a process that changed on the way, or?
We changed a lot on our way, but the logo was
The
one
logo
thing we
was a
never
one
changed.
shot.
It was one shot.
Was clear, no?
Yeah,
From the
the
beginning.
name and the logo was a one shot.
Wait, why the name?
Why the name? I don't know. It was like, you know, you're sitting there, and we were like, okay, we need to build in label. We want to make a label. Okay, we need an awesome name. We're sitting like this. Okay. 1 week passed. The second week, and we okay. We have no name, and then it came.
Sat down and thought really hard about it.
Yeah. And then like I was driving in the bus and was like, okay, let's make customized culture. We wanted to, we had the idea with culture, but we don't know how to connect it. And we had like this thing in mind to create like a whole community, a big community, and that's, but no, without boundaries. That's like our quote, a culture without boundaries. So create a culture everybody can define with, but everybody is like I said, if you like the fashion thing, go for it. If you like the music, perfect. And then everybody can go to our events. We had the first one in Hamburg like 4 weeks ago. Yeah. It was awesome to see. It was like, you know, you're in the pandemic, and the interaction is not that like in real life, you know?
You see, you got a community online, but never saw these people in real life.
And then they all came like with customized culture gear. It was like a big family, and that was like the plan, to create this culture. Everybody was like, you know, hey, you wear it too, like how you was connected to it, and there's, yeah, I was in the pandemic, and they make like this videos, or I bought a beanie or something like that. So it was crazy to see how this idea like really worked out in real life.
I can imagine that was a beautiful situation, because I saw some pictures of the party, like everyone wearing the t-shirts and you both smiling on the DJ booth. So I can imagine like to see the entire dance floor full of people wearing, and it's not only that they are wearing, it's this kind of internal feeling after what we had with the pandemic, like, okay, we did something here.
And the funny thing was, I was stepping in, so it was like the beginning, and I was so hyped. I was like, oh wow, this guy had the new hoodie, and I came like, hey, hi, I'm Dennis, and he was like, who are you? You have, who the fuck are you? And I don't understand, you know, that our faces are not on the customized culture page. So I was like, hey, so I thought he was like, hey, you are the designer, and have a small talk. He was like, who the fuck are you? So it's funny to see. I was so hyped, but yeah.
And do you have upcoming events, or do you have something on mind for the next future, like brand and data?
Yeah, sure.
We have some big things coming, but
big things
the situation is, it's too early to talk about it.
Okay, so let's keep it as a secret from now. And for the last one, I just want to know your opinion about like the fashion into the industry for the short and long term, and of course for you guys. Like, how do you think looks fashion into the electronic music industry in the upcoming years?
I think at the moment, every scene, for example, the hip-hop scene, there are so many brands that stand for the hip-hop scene, and all the rappers wear designer stuff, and there are so many streetwear and designer brands in this kind of scene, but the electronic music scene just have just a few labels, and there is not, I would say, not one big label where everyone would say, okay, that's the best known streetwear techno label. So there's a lot of potential, and a lot of potential for more brands to grow, and there shouldn't be just one brand, but fashion was always based in the roots of techno. So why are there so few fashion labels connected with the techno scene?
And so much DJs, when you see it like, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that, everybody was wearing like a blank shirt and stuff like this. And now when you scroll to Instagram, so many big DJs wearing like designer things and stuff. Not always good combined, but that's the other point.
I agree.
But yeah, you can see that the DJs and the scene are more interested in clothing. And yeah, there's a lot of improvement we need to make, because for example, like the hip-hop scene, if somebody wears a new shirt, everybody in the comments like, hey, what's the shirt, where I can buy it? And in the electronic scene, we had an ad running, like Fidelis was wearing our shirt, and the most like comment was track ID. But it's all right. It's good, because the people are still interested so much in the music, and that's a beautiful thing in this community. So the music is not.
They need to understand the connection between the music
and the fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
And what about for the customers' culture? Like, what is the upcoming future? Can you tell us something?
Yeah, we have a couple collaborations that will drop in the next month. We can't tell names, but there are some really big techno artists we collaborate with. And as we already said, we also will do the next showcases. We have some dates for next year, but yeah, let's not talk about the showcases.
We can tell one name, right? So
Yeah.
we will do a collaboration with our homeboy Victor Ruiz.
Okay, nice.
So we was talking much, and he was a big fan. That was the connection, and
We were also big fans.
yeah, we're also big fans. So when you see it, we love your music, but you know it. Yeah, and that's the next step. So we want to create in collaboration with him, but not like a logo or something, like really our arty thing, and combine it with music. So he will releasing something on our label, something really creative, and we will do like a fashion drop and to combine it, and that will be the next step next year. And there are some more collaborations like that going on.
Sounds really excited, guys. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
thank
be
you.
a really great year for you. And yeah, that's all for now. And I just want to wish you so much luck, the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for
so
being
much.
here, for the passion, for the love, for bringing fashion into the industry, which honestly I think is really important for the coming future, for everyone. And I don't know if someone wanna have something to ask for like QA round.
Yeah, please.
One question. Oh, do you have like some knowledge before? Did you do a study for it, or is it just did it came out of passion?
Yeah, it was like a passion thing, and like we said, we did a lot of mistakes because we are not from this fashion thing. But we're living in a time you can like go through the internet and like you will know everything about it.
Yeah, we love to work creative, whether it's music or fashion design. So we had this vision, or we have this vision. So we spent so much time to get these skills, and yeah, we had knowledge in online marketing, social media, and so on. But yeah, we didn't study fashion.
But we started like stitching, you know, by ourselves. Our first shirt was a blank a blank black shirt, and with Kinder Bueno on, like the stitching a Kinder Bueno on it. So that was the first step,
We had
you know.
no patch. We wanted to show the producer where the patch should
So
be placed.
always a patch here.
So
We place it with the Kinder Bueno. So that was like the first steps, you know. But yeah.
Great. Thank you for the question. Someone else?
I actually have a question.
Nice.
I feel like there's a lot of newcomers in your industry and new brands. Where do you find inspiration to create something new or unique for when it comes to design?
In the beginning, we focused a lot on retro stuff and pop art, and we don't have this one style where we look and get our inspiration from. For example, we listen to so many different genres of music, not just techno, and when it comes to design, it's the same. We look at haute couture fashion shows, we look at small streetwear brands, so there's not one single source for our inspiration. We try to keep an open mind and look on the left and right where something cool can be integrated in our brand.
Yeah, right. But we have this idea of a big backprint, the culture, right, on the top.
Turn around.
Yeah, I will show you a shirt afterwards. So, and then we loved like old articles of the Vogue. Nice. So that's the text and thing are so perfectly like, you know, it's looks perfectly, and we wanted to create like a shirt that's looked a bit like an article. You know, you have like two text blocks, and we write always. It's like the detail thing. The detail thing. Yeah, we always have like a new text there, something really
about the topic of the shirt.
Right.
For example, in the beginning we created an article about the techno scene, a short one. Then we had the After Party in Paradise capsule drop, so we created a kind of poem on the back.
I will show it.
Yeah, man, show it. Show it.
And yeah, it's a combination of design and fonts, and yeah, so the inspiration comes from old articles, and
yeah, but it's really great, no? I mean, like I think like what you just say is the perfect example of like when you wanna achieve your goal. Talking about the Kinder Bueno, you really do whatever you need to do, and I think this is a good example of like a role model in the way to act. But please, let's talk about the.
Let's start €5 first, but joking. So yeah, that's. Can you hold it? That's the design, and you see like it's a big backprint. And for example, when you look closely, here you have like the world culture in every language of the world. So that's like, you know, this small thing we liked. Mm-hmm. Maybe some people notice it, maybe not. But that's yeah, that's all about it, about the details.
Yeah, of course, and how you say, no, to share the experience and to say that the people are really into this, no, not just buy a t-shirt. They just wanna know maybe the reason or your own experience on that, and it brings more value for everyone, for the buyer and for you guys.
Right.
Right. So yeah, thanks again for this amazing panel, and
thanks for the questions. Yeah. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Yeah. So yeah. We are hyped to see your designs, hyped to see your fashion.
Hyped to see new brands growing, and yeah.
And create a good community. No?
And we will help to grow somewhere. So if you have good ideas, always you can always text us, and we will make sure that it will work out.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.